emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual
Veggie Week.
Your money. Mac, I'm gone now.
Alright, so the reason why I chose to become a vegetarian is because I've never done it before, and I basically just wanted to see if it'd be, it would work out and be sustainable to not eat meat. I thought it was a viable option. We were thinking about how to solve the food crisis, and I wanted to see if it'd be, possible for me and an average teenage kid in high school.
So some concerns I had coming into the challenge were trying to find the right meal to eat. Usually meat is a big part of my meals. So trying to find something to substitute that was probably my biggest concern coming into the challenge.
I would agree with that. That was probably one of my bigger concerns as well. Just knowing what to eat and how to find that protein that is usually supplied through meat.
Probably some concerns were how I would feel. I was working out kind of heavily, more than I ever have before, so going vegetarian was kind of tough, and I was worried that I would have no energy or I'd feel weird. I also kind of don't have a very strong stomach, so some of the new foods I was trying out or stuff to kind of replace the meat, didn't know how that would really work out for me and how I'd feel.
The hardest part of this challenge definitely was not being able to eat meat at all. Just find that substitute to intake protein without eating meat, obviously. Probably another hard part was watching my family have fast food like Chick-fil-A or McDonald's or something like that had meat in it, and me just watching them eat that because obviously I'm a vegetarian now. Also, after I had games, it was kind of hard to find stuff to eat because it was late at night. Stores weren't even open. I was getting home really late, and there was no food at home as well. Just finding things to eat was definitely the hardest part of this challenge. Not that once I found things to eat, I was fine, but just that search was really difficult.
I agree with that. The hardest part for me would be probably the first few nights because I was just so used to just grabbing a bite to eat, where it would be going out to get some wings or going to get a burger or something like that. And the first few nights I had to hesitate on what I can and what I can't eat, so it was kind of difficult for me to find the right meal, and then maybe a little more hungry, I guess. But then once I got in the swing of things, I felt like it was only difficult during school at lunch when the main meal would be meat heavy, so I can't get something from the deli line or something from my entree line, so I had to just rely on salad pretty much, salad and fruit, so that'd be the hardest part for me.
So I thought that the hardest part was going to be a big meal whenever all my friends are having a cheeseburger. When it actually turned out the hardest part of the challenge was just getting home. And I usually have a turkey sandwich or something like that, leftovers from the night before, and I can't have any of it. I had to substitute that by either going out to Panera and getting a soup, or making a salad, which is really hard because it was hard to make a salad. So I think coming up with little things, and you make a sandwich or something like that, was the hardest part for me. Alright, so my day one, when I woke up, we kind of started the night before. I had Pepe's pizza, just cheese, which is pretty normal. The next day I woke up, breakfast. I don't really eat bacon, egg, and cheeses a lot, but I do sometimes, but I just didn't have it that time. Raisin Bran cereal, milk, and some OJ. Didn't really get hungry till about 1-ish. Then my brother wanted to go to Chipotle, and so I went there and got no meat salad bowl, which was lettuce, cheese, salsa, sour cream, corn, and black beans. that was probably the weirdest thing. Thought it wasn't gonna be that weird. Just don't taste the chicken or whatever, but it just felt kind of gross not eating like kind of a big meat substance, just having a bunch of sides felt like. And then I got kind of hungry, but I didn't really eat anything because I just wanted to wait till dinner. Just went out, like got Panera, got the pick 2 meal, got a grilled cheese tomato soup with the water. It became kind of my go-to whenever I got hungry. It would fill me up and didn't have any meat. I think for me, lunch felt the most strange. Vegetarian is supposed to make you feel healthy, but my lunch made me feel like not healthy, kind of almost sick. Just kind of having Chipotle toppings. And then dinner was the easiest part about day one. Panera, I learned is very vegetarian friendly and the perfect place, size, and not expensive to have a healthy meal. So yeah, day one.
For me, my day one was kind of pretty normal, like as well as Doug said. I actually worked out that morning, and after my workout, for breakfast I had a protein shake, some pancakes, and some eggs with cheese. Pretty normal. I mean, I usually have that for breakfast. I just have bacon and sausage as well. After that kind of started getting a little bit weird. I just had a Pop-Tart. And some popcorn and some Doritos.
Yeah.
So didn't really have a lunch, but for dinner again, like Doug, I had cheese pizza. So that was solid after day one. Didn't really notice too big of changes because, like I said before, I've had all those foods before. Just obviously without the meat involved, because I used to get pepperoni and sausage on the pizza, but instead it was just cheese this time. And yeah, I was feeling pretty good. I was feeling pretty motivated. I got through one day. It was the weekend. So yeah, I felt good about day one, especially when we had a game the night before. I feel like I get the protein back, especially with the protein shake. So that was my day one.
My day one was also pretty normal. The night before, I went to a steakhouse, so that was sort of like my goodbye meal. And then for breakfast on day one, I had oatmeal, which is what I normally eat. And lunch was pretty hard for me because that's usually when I get like a plate of wings or I'll go to Chick-fil-A or something. So I kind of like was scrambling to find something to eat. So I just pretty much stopped at one candy that day. And then for dinner for day one was kind of a struggle because I tried a veggie burger and it was pretty disgusting. So I didn't eat any
Just keep playing.
I didn't eat any like vegetarian-based food for the rest of the week because that veggie burger kind of scarred me for life. So my dinner didn't go too well for day one.
By day 5, I kind of had mixed emotions. For the most part, I was finding a way to, find meals to eat. The meals in the beginning were pretty good. Like I said, my breakfast was pretty normal. I had grilled cheese and eggs, French toast, or cereal, which was pretty normal. And for dinner, my parents were cooking at first. They always made some type of pasta, like some noodles, something like that. Would make salad and some type of green, whether that be green beans or broccoli. But I was definitely struggling at lunch. I remember the first day we had school, all I could have was some mashed potatoes and apple crisp. I felt miserable that day, and I felt I was slowing down as far as being able to complete this challenge. But then later on, as the week continued, after day 5, the day of day 5, they had lo mein for lunch, and that was pretty good too. So I guess that kind of rejuvenated me and got me back in my it kind of motivated me to push through because there was only 2 days left in the challenge. So I felt after having that tofu lo mein and some pineapples, I kind of felt got myself refocused on the task and figured that I only had 2 days left and I had been going good for a week, so I feel like I can do that. I felt like I could finish the challenge well.
As a whole, the challenge wasn't too bad. I learned how dependent I am on meat myself. Kind of made me realize meat isn't really everything that I need in my life. So I found out about different type of foods and other kinds of places to go eat instead of eating meat all the time. And I'm pretty sure for the final day, the one thing that was on my mind consistently was what I'm going to eat after this challenge is over. And I definitely went back to that steakhouse that I started before, and I ate steak again. So.
For me, after day 7, the last day, I felt pretty good about it. Like Brandon said, I do eat a lot of meat. Like I probably have 9 times out of 10 probably have some type of meat in every meal I eat, just about every day. And feeling that I can go a week, not having any meat at all, I felt really good about myself. And I felt really good that small little contributions like I made myself can really make a big difference over the long run. I feel like since then, I've eaten a good amount of meat, but I haven't really ate a lot. But after that day, like I finished the day off having like cheese pizza and fries before a game, I believe. I forgot where we played at. But yeah, I had like cheese pizza and fries, and it didn't really bother me that, today was the last day. I kind of forgot about it until I had like a reminder set on my phone that said, today's the last day. But overall, I felt really good about the challenge, and was glad I did it. Glad I was a part of it and participated in it. And yeah, so I felt like after day 7, I felt really good about myself. And everything worked out well.
All right, so my day 7, the plan was actually to go have our final meal together, but like we had a football meeting, so we kind of ran out of time. I settled for like my 100th salad, and like pasta, and like a glass of water, and that happened a lot. And then I had dinner. My mom made kimchi, which was interesting. Wasn't great, but I knew it was my last day, so I kind of just ate it and, wanted that day to be over, just kind of be able to eat something that I like to eat. But then kind of reflecting on it, I realized like a lot of the reasons why people go vegetarian is because like the way people, like the actual meat people are eating. The meat that I usually eat is like turkey and then fish. Which can be impactful towards like the environment, but in terms of health and like self-preservation, fish is good for you, and turkey to an extent is as well. So I mean, like, this did not make me not want to eat turkey or not want to eat fish, but it did have a toll on like my red meat. So I've actually only had like since then only like I think 1 burger. I don't think I even finished it since then. I've had fish and I've had turkey, but it kind of made me realize that have a reason for eating meat. Don't just eat it just to eat it. This will lead to eating red meat in moderation and ultimately a happier, healthy life.
Hope on his own.